Hey, so today I had a really sweet experience that I want to share with you. After getting done with yoga teacher training at Minneapolis College, I drove to a cafe very nearby that's like my favorite in all of Minneapolis, and it's called Tao Foods and Herbery, and it's on Hennepin and 22nd. And if you don't know it and you're in the Twin Cities, you must go. And I just hadn't been there for a while. Normally I just go straight home after teaching all day. I'm hungry, I just want to get out of there. But instead I went to this cafe and I just had a feeling I was going to meet someone. I actually had a particular person in mind that hangs out there, and I thought, well, that would be the perfect person to kind of discuss this little thing with that I wanted to talk to somebody about. But this person wasn't there, so I was like, okay, I'll just do a little shopping. It's getting a little sparse in there, like it's not as well stocked as it used to be. And I talked to the guy in the little store, and he said, yeah, you know, the budget is a little tight, and business hasn't been great. So let this also be a plug for Tao Foods to go. And if you need, they have a huge herb section, you know, tea and all the herbs and spices you could ever want. Go there and take your friends there for a nice fresh juice, because they need the support and we want places like that to stay open. But what I really wanted to get to was that as I was standing at the checkout counter, I was just getting a juice to go. I start chatting with this young woman who was also getting a juice or tea maybe, and we just had this good little conversation. And I just kind of went a little bit out of my own little comfort zone, because I was just gonna hop in my car and drive back to St. Paul with my juice. I said, well, do you want to sit? Do you want to chat? It turned out that she had just moved to the Twin Cities not that long ago with her little son, and we just had the best conversation. We probably talked for like 30-40 minutes about a lot of, you know, spiritual things. Of course, what else is there? I mean, there's other things, but that tends to be where I go. And it was just so nice. It just felt so divinely orchestrated that we would meet and have the conversation. And lo and behold, it turns out that we both go to the same co-working space in St. Paul. So we had that in common, and we'll probably see each other again there. But I think the real message to myself and to anyone who wants to listen is that openness to go to a cafe by yourself and maybe sit down and have a little coffee date with a perfect stranger just for the sake of conversing and checking in with each other. So I want to be brave and do more of that. And maybe it's not even brave. It's also like, I tend to, after I teach, just kind of want to fold in on myself a little bit and go home and get food and be quiet. But this just felt completely guided. And I think there's probably a lot of those encounters that our higher selves want to see happen. And we end up getting locked in on our devices, and almost like a habit since COVID of just not being as open maybe. I don't know. It's not like it was so perfect before COVID either. But maybe now there is a need for a more intentional getting out there and being in community, and makes me want to do more with community. My daughter just started working at a really nice kind of community hub cafe, and I'd love to do some community-oriented things there, but that's very new, just nascent thoughts, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, yeah, if you see somebody you think looks nice, you know, maybe you sit at the same table and have coffee instead of separate tables on your phones.